Hello, Internet. This is BoneCarlos with another game review. Today we're going to be bringing you, I'm going to be bringing you Sacred to Fallen Angel. This was actually a viewer request by Disgayango. I'm not sure how to pronounce that dude, but he went ahead and just suggested this for me, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. Obviously, this is going to be an action-oriented RPG type game, and this is just basically the menus. It's going to give you a lot of information. It's just the overview of the character. You got your different attributes. Very RPG, very straightforward in the RPG aspects, but it has a huge, deep RPG system into it. So that could be a turnoff for a lot of players, because this is not a game meant for the casual crowd, I feel. So there's some of the combat, which I feel was a bit lacking on, in my opinion. You have this. For me, it just felt slow. You would push the button, you would get a hack, and you push it again, and you had to wait for the animation to stop. I don't know if I think if it would have sped it up a little bit, the game would have felt a lot just smoother all around, instead of just having to wait. Everything else, attack-wise, functioned very well. The spells, the buffs, debuffs, etc., etc. Except I don't know if it was something I was missing or something that I didn't understand, but the hit detection, sometimes I would wail away at an enemy for a while and nothing would happen. I had to reposition myself around him or in another spot to be able to actually do damage, and I felt that was probably my biggest enemy in this game. The damn hit, as you can see, like it took me 3 or 4 swipes to actually finally hit that guy. Maybe there was an accuracy stat that I wasn't aware of, or maybe it was just one of those weird things in this game, but other than because of it, I didn't like that part of it. So that, on top of the weapon speed, it kind of gets a little bit frustrating to be hacking away at an enemy for, I don't know, 10-15 seconds and not do any damage. So that's a bit frustrating for me, but not as frustrating as the story in this game. Not that the story wasn't there or was lacking in scope or scale, but how it was delivered. It was delivered in a pop-up menu most of the time, which I think they could have, done something a little bit different. I mean, it's 2011, I'm thinking, right? I'm pretty sure it is. And pop-up menus with 3 or 4 paragraphs of text, it just doesn't do it for me, especially on a game this huge, which is one of the things that I loved about this game. I mean, this game is nuts. I had to look up and see how big the world was, and I think it was 22 square miles. And that was just the overworld. I mean, you also had dungeons, multi-layer dungeons, multi-layer houses to explore. You had hundreds, if not at least 1,000 side quests on top of the main quests available to the player, which to me is nuts. I mean, you'd walk into a town and you'd see like just question marks littered across your screen. Each one of those would be a quest. They range anywhere from fetch quests to escort quests to kill quests. Go and kill this guy for me. And that's some part of the thing I loved. I mean, I could see someone get into this game and just literally pumping in 1,000 hours into it, no problem. Not only from what I just mentioned on the solo campaign, but also you could hop online and play with your buddies, up to 4 buddies, and tackle the world that way too. Which replay value, it's there. I love it. It's the replay value. It's just a little bit lacking in a couple of the other aspects. Now, to give you a visual clue of the size that I'm talking about here, I'm just gonna go ahead and pull up the map. Boom, right there. So this is the kind of game I'm talking about. I mean, the replay value is through the roof. You're going to have dozens, hundreds, thousands of things you want to do, especially with such a deep RPG system in place. You could create a character that's completely different from anything else if you play this game 2,000-3,000 hours. So my final verdict on this game is something that I was kind of split upon. If you're a casual gamer that, on the other hand, if you're a player that loves the RPG system, loves the battle system, loves the looting that goes on in this game is the game for you. I was able to find it new for $20 pretty much anywhere. Usually gonna be like 15, 16 bucks. So might as well get it used if you can find it. It is kind of hard to find from what I noticed. But other than that, if you love the RPG, get it. 20 bucks new anywhere. Great deal. If not, skip this over. You're not gonna be pulled too deep into the story. As always, if you guys have a game you'd like me to review, leave a comment down below, and I'll go ahead and get on it. And also, if there's anything I could do to make this more enjoyable for you guys, let me know. Comment down below. I'll see what I can do. Thanks, and have a good one.